Hello everyone, this is Martin and welcome back to another weekly video update. And today we're looking at the week of July the 11th to the 15th. We're halfway through, we are almost halfway through the month of July. The weather's fantastic, and the Forex price trading is heating up as well. So you can see in the first chart here, the Euro USD, this is the weekly. We had a bearish inside bar here. This is a weekly candle. You can see that right there, folks. And it's kind of still not 100% clear if price is going to come down a little bit further or go higher, but right now it's kind of just below the gray rectangle. This is weekly resistance. And my bias is to the downside, so I believe we're trending lower. Let's switch to the daily chart. Okay, and this pair is interesting because there's a lot of room to move. You can see that if price goes down further from here, price can still go to this area right here. You see that previous swing low right here with this large pin bar. So price does have a lot of room to go if it's going to go down further. The moving averages, they're all lined up in the correct order. There's the 8, there's the 21, there's the 50. We have broken a long-term trend line with the magenta line here. Prices gone up and bounced down lower below the resistance here. You can see that price is also below the moving averages. So it certainly appears to be going down. And I guess what I'm looking for is wait for a small pullback if you want, or just take a sell trade here and sell trade below the 110. Oh, I'm sorry, the sell trade below the 110, 10988. So let's take a look. 10988, 10988. So somewhere right about there, that's where you would want to take a sell trade if price breaks below that. Okay. Now, quickly, LEOD, you can see, well, the trade would have happened, the entry would have happened right here last week. And let me just move this for a second. Okay, this is the beginning. The red line depicts the end of the previous week, and you can see price with this candle broke below the trend line here, and that would have been good for a trade. But no trade opportunities based on the LEOD settings. British pound USD. Now, uh, let's take a look here, and basically, prices come down really too far. I mean, it's dropped down now to a support area. Price is now at the lowest it's been in about 30 years for the British pound, and here we can see on Friday a first sign of a retracement or a pullback. This is a bullish engulfing candle off of the support area that in the gray rectangle, and also take a look at previously two bars before that we have a pin bar. So basically sellers try to take price all the way down further, rejected by the buyers that came in right here, push price up here, and now buyers seem to be in control with this engulfing candle on Friday. So my bias is really to the upside for now, and I'm thinking this might be a great counter trend trade move. So if price is going to go higher, most likely it's going to go up to this area with the red rectangle, or you can just wait for price to pull back all the way somewhere here, then look for bearish evidence to the downside, meaning that we're looking for trend continuation to the downside. Okay. British pound, there's no real entries there on the LEOD charts. Let me go to the weekly here. This is the weekly for the Australian USD, and you can see we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, almost 6 weeks of straight bullish power here. So the once price came down here, the seller, I'm sorry, the buyers really seem to be in control once price with this candle broke above the 50. You can see that right here. So this was a bullish engulfing above the 50, and now price just seems to be going higher. But we are at a resistance level here as drawn in by the magenta trend line. You can see that. So we were in a triangle kind of consolidation phase, but price seems to want to go higher. Okay, and what I'm calling for is a either wait for a bit of a pullback because we are at resistance, and then look for buying evidence to the downside. That means pulling back down to this area, or waiting for a, I guess, a break higher of, but you really want to be I would say even see this swing high right back here. You'd want to see price close above here. You would want to see price close at least above 0.7750 before considering a buy trade. If price does close above 0.7750, then we most likely are good to go higher. Okay, but its price has got to close above the 100 moving average, which is this blue line, and this previous swing high here. Okay, now LEOD. Okay, you can see price went up, price went down. Here's a big pin bar right here, inside bar, and price is now broken out of the yellow lines, the 20 EMAs. Price seems to be going higher. There seems to be room, and if price can break this high here, there's a lot of way to go higher. Take a look at the far left over here. That's the previous swing high. So if price breaks higher in that, I mean, there's still room for at least 190, 200 pips. So could be a great mover in the near future. And what we want to do is just, like I said, wait for a breakout above the previous high over here. Okay. Okay, everyone, we are here at the New Zealand USD weekly chart, and you take a look here. Let me just zoom in a bit. Okay, I'll make that a little bit larger. You can see we've had one, two, kind of almost three, four, five big candles in a row, weekly candles. Price just seems to be going higher and higher and higher. We have broken above the previous swing high here. You can see that. This is called a mountain peak. Okay. And let's go back down to the daily charts. Let's just resize this. Okay. So you can see last week was interesting. Price went up, it went down. It was I've drawn in this channel here, with these two magenta lines. We had a pin bar on the Wednesday here. You can see price went down much lower, but that was rejected by the buyers. Buyers brought price up at the support here. But on this next day, price really jumped higher. Okay, and now we are sitting at resistance. So even though this is a solid candle giving me all indication that price is going to go higher just because it's at resistance. And also take a look to your left. Here's the previous high, so it's almost the exact same area. I kind of would wait for price to come back just a wee bit. So that would be what I'm thinking. It is trending higher. I believe price will go higher, and there's lots of room to move all the way to see this next resistance here. So we've got at least another 160, 250 pips to go higher. So this could be a great opportunity. However, I'm thinking that it may retrace back a bit, and you can wait for price to close. Oh, we'll talk about that in a second, but that's the daily chart. So expect price to come back. I've drawn in this. You see this little support zone here with the gray rectangle. Let me go down real quickly to the 4-hour chart. Okay. So let's take a look. Okay, see prices right here, and price may go just a wee bit higher, but then there may be a big big kind of a false breakout. Price may come right back down to this area. So you can look at price to at least come halfway down to about here, maybe down all the way to this gray support area, and then look for buying evidence to the upside. Or what you can do is just wait for a breakout. You want to wait for price to, this time I'm going to suggest, wait for price to close above the 73.30. And let's go back to, well, let's leave that chart for a second. 73.30. So I'm kind of counting on the idea that there may be a next price going higher, but then there would be a false breakout and price would come right back down again. So to avoid that, I'm thinking price closes above 0.7330, which is right about there. So a bit of wiggle room right about there. If price closes about here, then you're good to go. You know that price is going to go continue much higher. Okay, and now we get to the US CAD. Let's take a quick look. Okay, here's the weekly chart of the US CAD. We were consolidating within this triangle. Here's the upper trend line, the lower trend line. Z price going up, down, up, down, up. And it looks like it's getting ready to break out. Okay, now that's the weekly chart. Let's zoom into the daily. And what I am suggesting, this is daily. I'm suggesting to wait for price to come back down a wee bit to this area in the red rectangle. Let's go down to the 4-hour chart. Okay, so you can see price has gone up. Price is starting to retrace with this one black bearish candle. And I'm kind of thinking that wait for price to come back down to this area, then look for bullish evidence to the upside. And I believe next time it goes higher, it may break above this upper trend line. So that's the idea. First, wait for a pullback down to, and or you can even place what's called a pending buy limit or order. If you haven't done that, you can try that. Pending buy limit somewhere just below the 8 or above the 21 EMA, so somewhere right about there. Small lot size if you want to do that, or if you're more aggressive, a bigger lot size. And this time, your stop loss would just be below the 21 here. So your stop loss, in fact, would be really, really tight, would be, and if price reverse to the upside again after coming back down to here, you would have a great risk to reward ratio. Okay, so that's what you can do there, or you can trade a breakout above, like I said, 131.20. In this case, 131.20 is right about there, and I'm suggesting about there because we want to break the previous swing high of the consolidation area right here. You can see that to your left. Okay, so that's something that you could do. The next pair, and again US CAD, you can see we're just breaking out here. Pretty clear on the LEOD chart. So we'll want to wait for breakout above this area right here, okay, or wait for a slight pullback and look for buying evidence to the upside. And we may have a pullback here, 1, 2, 3 candles, draw a trend line, wait for a breakout to the trend line, and take a buy trade to the upside. Okay, and now we get to the US Swiss franc. This is the weekly, same thing like the CAD. Here we are in a sideways consolidation. You can see, let's go down, let's switch to the daily chart. And again, same thing, almost like exact same thing as the US CAD. See, price went up on Friday. You can see that right here. It's a nice candle. Went up pretty high. Almost touched the upper trend line, but do you notice this red dash line right here? Okay, that is the 200 simple moving average. So uh, often, well, not even often, but most of the time, price will go up to the 200. The 200 SMA acts as a huge magnet, so price was drawn right up to that, but then rejected and bounced back. And if we go down to a lower time frame chart, you can see we've had a huge rejection right over here. Price seems to be going back, and this is what I'm recommending. Okay, for this pair, wait for price to retrace back to the red rectangle somewhere down in here, somewhere where price is between the 8 and the 21. You could also place a pending buy limit order there, and then wait, and then hopefully your order is taken and you get in really early. Your actual stop loss would most likely be below the 200 in this case, okay? Because the 200 is still down here. So that's what I'm thinking there. Or you could look for a close above the 99.20. Again, the 99.20 is up in this area right here, okay? I'm sorry, much higher up here because we want to, yeah, we want to get above this previous consolidation area right here. So that would be a breakout level right about there, 99.20. Finally, we get to the US Japanese yen. What's going on here? Well, here, I mean, you can see this, prices just come down so much. I mean, so far, prices come down from this area anyways, back in May, and we've come down already 1,100 pips. Now, I'm expecting, take a look at this Friday's close here. It's kind of a doji. We have an upper wick, we have a lower wick. They're kind of equal. The upper and lower wicks are equal. So it's kind of a big duke out war between the buyers and sellers. And I'm kind of thinking, I'm not that comfortable taking a sell trade right now. Oh, there is room to move down. You can see that right here. If price goes down further, there's still room for at least another 120 pips. You can also take a look at the previous swing low here, and that's where price most likely will go. However, wait for a slight pullback. Again, let's take a look at the 4-hour chart, and you can take a look right here. You can wait for price to pull back to this area between the 8 and the 21, or up here. You can even place a pending, this time, sell limit order. It's a pending sell limit, so when price comes up, the sell limit order will trigger, and if price comes back down, you're in really, really super early. So your stop loss would be anywhere above this area, or really conservatively above the 100 SMA. So the other thing you do is wait for a breakout below the 0.9980, which is way down here. But I don't kind of recommend this right now, um, unless price kind of goes sideways a little bit. And the reason I don't like that is because your stop loss would still have to be up here. And the stop loss is really too great of a distance. So if you get in on the breakout right there, your stop loss would have to be at least there. It's about 150 pips. So if you do place a what's called a pending sell stop order for the break to catch the breakout here, you would have to have 150 pip stop loss, and you certainly would have to trade with much smaller lot sizes. Okay, so that's the wrap up for this week. There may be some, I think there's going to be some really good trading opportunities, and it looks like the US once again is gaining strength, not against the Japanese yen, but against some of the other pairs. So overall, the US seems to be gaining strength again. Let's have a quick look at oil, because Canadian currency is tied into oil. You can see oil is now come down below a major support area, and I believe price is going to go higher, but then most likely will bounce back down lower again. So there could be a good trading opportunity just waiting for you on the Western Texas oil here. On the Think Forex chart, it's WTI. So, but it looks like price is going down. It's broken a major long-term trend line with the magenta line here, and broken below the support area. So it looks like price is going to come down a little bit lower to at least, take a look here to the previous swing low, about there, and that means that means at least another, yeah, there you go. It's going to come down at least to the 100 moving average right here, the 100 SMA, which also acts as a magnet, just like the 200. So that's my take on this week. Happy trading. If you guys have any questions, please give me a shout by email. Be more than happy to look after you, help you out with your trading decisions. So take care, everyone. We'll talk to you again soon. Okay? Bye for now.